G'day legends, and welcome back to another video, and today I'll be staying behind the camera. I'll be talking through my latest Carrera track build. Thank you to Carrera, they did send me some extra corners, some bigger radius corners to try and make a more flowy plastic track if you have a smaller space. This isn't the biggest room, it's about 4 by 4 meters, and I'm only using half of it. So if you do like what you see, we'll talk through the parts and pieces you will need. There is a bit of a bittersweet reason for this video. I am off to America on Tuesday. We are racing at Electric Dreams, the slotted American USA Nationals. I cannot wait. And once I return from America, all of this has to be teared up, including all my collection. Yes, it's all pretty much packed away because I'm sending all of my stuff back to Australia on the 20th of August. So I return in October in Australia, and hopefully all my stuff's there ready to go in the slot shed for 2024. So let's talk track pieces. We'll talk about Australia once I'm back from America. All you will need is standard straights. I'm using only standard straights and 2 digital crossovers, which I'll show you those locations proper in a tick. And the reason I'm using digital and analog, because I do have the axle box, which if you haven't seen my review, good bit of kit that. If you want to run digital and analog on your Carrera track, very price effective and it works really well. The 2 cars I'll be showing today is the F2 stock car bipendal. This is a build your own. I've added the slotted motor pod and a slotted motor. Really good bit of kit, no magnet, very skinny tires, a lot of fun, quite challenging, but absolutely love that. Very early print too, so the newer print looks a lot better than this one. It's got a driver, but I absolutely love that. Next to that is the beautiful NSR, the WRE 24-hour championship car. Now I should not be driving that because it's very collectible, but hey, I love an NSR. That does have a magnet in it. It will show you how much speed you can carry around this track. That's enough about the cars. Let's talk about the track pieces. So we are using standard straights here. We'll talk about the first corner because this is a mixed corner. Now we're going into a 3 by 30. This is your second biggest radius track piece you can get from Carrera. That leads into 2 415s, which are your biggest radius track piece you can get. Then we lead into 2 230s, which is your 3rd biggest radius. And then we end with a nice 415 to make it nice and smooth. Now there is some gaps in the track because I'm stepping all over it. Don't worry about that, just worry about the track pieces themselves. So let's talk through this corner. We've got 1 330, 2 230s, we've got 2 215s, and then a single 215 at the end, leading into a digital changeover. Now the reason I've put this at the end of the corner and not at the start, you do carry a lot of speed on the straights. If you try and change lanes, you will flip over, carrying too much speed, unsettle the car, and it would really create a bad corner. So coming out of the corner, we do have a digital changeover, but you should be able to control the speed a lot easier. Into some more standard straights. Here's our second corner. We have 3 330s. Again, your second biggest radius corner with inside and outside borders. Thank you, Carrera. It looks more professional. Leading into some more standard straights. We do have another mixture bit of corner here. I want to show you what you can do with some standard bits of corner, which is your 160s. You will have plenty of these if you have Carrera slot sets lying around. So we're using 2 160s, 1 2, then leading out with a 230 into a 415. So that creates a nice tight corner, and then we slowly open it up into some standard straights. And here we have another mixed corner just to show you what you can do with mixtures of track. We have 1 2 3 4 415s, your biggest radius, which then leads into a 330, a single 330, which that then leads into 1 2 3 230s. Then we finish up with 2 415s just to smooth out that corner so you can carry your speed down. This bunch of standard straights. Now don't worry too much about the straights because you can sort of add how many straights you want as long as it's even at the end. Also leading into some more standard pieces, your 160s, and I thought I'd just show off a standard corner, which is 3 160s, nice and tight into the digital crossover, and then down we go into the finishing line. So that is the track. Again, thank you Carrera. I couldn't have done this without these extra add-ons. I do recommend if you are building a Carrera track, if you are buying sets, just be careful. You get too many 160s. You do have to buy some add-on. To complete this, you need 1 330 set of corners, one 230 set of corners and one 415 set of corners to create this. I think I have 2 or 3 bits of track left over when it comes to corners. In regards to the inside-outside borders, of course, that's an additional cost, but it does look a lot better and the cars will get out. If you are running 124, I highly recommend them. So to complete this, standard straights, some 160s, a packet of 330s, a packet of 415s, and a packet of 230s. But now let's get around the track. You will see this thing probably come off. That should stick like glue, but let's have some fun with these two cars. So let's kick it off with our NSR first. We do have a magnet in this car, so I'm going to take it nice and easy to get the tyres warmed up. But as you can see, some of these corners you don't really have to slow down too much on. We'll start winding it up a bit. Now this isn't flat chat because the tyres are quite old on this, but as you can see, you do have a lot of control through the corners. And we've come off. So let's give Pendle's F2 stock car a spin. Now this is a build your own kit from Pendle Slot. They recommend you have the slotted motor pod, inline motor pod. I have a slotted motor in there, so it is quite pokey. We've got skinny tyres and no mag. So you might see me de-slot because the car will outdo my skill. I'll just get a couple of hot laps going and try and pick up the speed a bit. I'm a bit worried around the corners because it does want to kick out. You can change the tyres on this if you want to put some slicks on it to make it nice and quick around the corners. Highly recommend you try one of these F2 kits. They are quite easy to build, and of course if you have some slotted stuff lying around, you can build one of these quite easily. And if you don't have the slotted pieces needed, Pendle Slot does sell them. So let's go for 2 more laps, see if I can pick up the speed a bit. We've made it. And as you can see, these gradual corners really let you carry the speed. Now, there's our test run. If you did have standard corners, you will find it be very jerky and boxy, but having these gradual corners let you really carry speed through. Of course, you still have to be careful on the tighter ones, but this one here, you come in hot, then slow it down, speed it up into a standard, and then shoot off down the straight. So there you go, there is my Carrera track build. We are going back to Australia, so you will see something like this back in Australia, a bigger looking track. But as always, at THATSLOTCARGUYOZ on Instagram and YouTube. If this is the kind of content you like, please consider subscribing. But bye!